evening. Welcome to the Town of Cicero Planning Board meeting. Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Zach, would you lead us off, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is the approval of the April 15th meeting minutes. Any questions or comments? Do we have a motion to approve? Do
Motion to approve.
you have a second?
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
And I vote yes, minutes have been approved. Now we'll open the meeting to public comments. If there's anybody in the audience that would like to address the board on any active application, you can do so now. Given nobody's approach, we'll close the public input and move on to the first agenda item. This is a continuation of a site plan for a proposed home occupation beauty enhancement space. Welcome back. So I know that you talked to the neighbors and we got letters. Both said that they have no issues with it whatsoever. Any additional questions from the board? Secret? I'm sorry. Yeah, sure.
So the application will be limited to what the application is for, no signage?
You're requesting no signage, right?
Oh, I wasn't planning on having one. Yeah, it's just me. No, I don't do because of the altar. Yeah.
Appreciate that. And Neil, would you propose a motion for approval, please?
129 Smith Road, proposed home occupation, and space, strictly conditional on follow. One, the application will be limited in the scope of the activities set forth in. Two, there will be no signage or display to the general public. Three, business will be conducted by a claimant only, and the premises will not be open to the general public without appointment. There will be, lastly, there will be no employees at the site.
And would somebody like to make a motion?
I'll make that a motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. You're all set. Good luck with it. Next item, this is a first time for us for this particular project. This is a zone change recommendation. This is for the property on Bruton Road, tax map number 092.-01.03.5. This is the Meltzer Court location.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
My name is Mark Palat. I'm with Emerald Development Group. We are the developers coming in front of you for this project. It is located in Cicero Commons. Traditionally, I would normally have my civil engineer here, but his wife just had a baby, so I'm stepping in. So hopefully I can answer all your questions. So right now it's a 7.25 acre parcel. We're looking to do family apartments there, multifamily apartment complex there, affordable. We have, as you can see on the plan here, we have on the right-hand side, those are federal wetlands. And then on the left-hand side, there are state wetlands. So we're kind of in the middle there. Right across from us is the library, and then across from that is another apartment complex, I believe, for the military vets. And then down further, there is some senior housing. What we're looking to do here is, 68 units, apartment units, 3 stories. You can see the site plan here. We originally had a site plan with a freestanding clubhouse, but we went back and reconsidered integrating that into the building just because of weather and this being a single building. There was no need to have a freestanding one. So what we've done is brought it into the building itself. We're playing around with the location. Right now we show it at the end of the building on the right-hand side, but we'll most likely will probably move it to the center of the building. Parking on the property, we have it as a little over 1.5 as a parking ratio. Traditionally for our projects throughout with New England, Virginia, and New York. We've been around 1.3 to 1.5 as a ratio that we found that works well for the projects. So at this point right here, I think we're about a 1.53 ratio, parking wise. This structure will have an elevator in it. It'll be wood frame. Our partners on it is Vesta Group. I want to say they got like 20,000 units throughout New York and other states. We will be using Krista as our contractor, general contractor. They built the two across the street, so they're well familiar with the area and requirements for that. The building itself is 3 floors total. Right now, it shows on the elevations that it'll have slope roof and flat roofs. We're revisiting the mechanical systems so that if we can see about getting away from the flat roofs as much as possible. So we're playing around with that right now. The building is planned to have solar with it. We will learn probably a little bit more this coming months once the state puts out their requirements and what level of finishes, materials, et cetera, we'll have to implement into the project. Just a bit.
All right, just so the board is clear, this right now is PUD. So it's going to stay PUD, but they got to go through this process. It's a little different
Yes.
than other processes. And so our job is to go through a review and then make a recommendation to the town board, and then they have the final say on it. So at this point, we'll open it to questions. Jim?
So you said there's one elevator,
One elevator, yes, one elevator, 2 stairs.
2 stairs?
Yep.
Okay. How many units per floor?
It varies because of mechanical rooms on the floors
Okay.
itself. So you got 68 altogether. So you're talking about 22, 23, plus or minus.
Okay. Stormwater management area.
On the site plan, we show it in the back right there.
So what is it, a retention pond or?
Yes.
Okay,
Because the site itself all slopes to the west. So we're looking at it there. We were looking at maybe a small one towards the federal wetlands. Just a small basin there just to help out, but we don't think it's necessary this time.
okay. And you said the clubhouse is gonna fold into the,
Yes, in
the
this
building.
design here, as you see on the site plan itself, we've added it to it. On the previous one the gentleman had up, we had a freestanding one. And again, it
In
was a
back.
single building, it didn't make sense. We felt that bringing it in as well as the weather for people to go across would have been not that pleasant.
okay. That's all I have for now.
All right.
So can someone just explain to me the zone change PUD to PUD? I don't understand.
So the existing zone change, when this Meltzer Court was established, was the whole site was created as a PUD. A PUD doesn't have specific guidelines like other districts, like residential multifamily, where this would fall in. So we can, lead away from all of those standards that we see fit. So they have to go through this approval process that ends up going back to the town board because it's a PUD. We don't have the authority to approve site plan with a PUD. So it's kind of like a zone change approval, but it's not, right?
Correct.
It's a little bit different.
It's just to get it to go in front of the town board again.
Yes, eventually.
In a PUD, normally, that's the process, and just the town board looks at it for its general acceptability. It comes to the planning board, who then reviews it, gives preliminary recommendations to preliminary development plans, and then makes, it gives acceptance to the general plan, and then they come back with a full development plan through a site plan application, and that recommendation that the planning board makes goes back to the town board for them to hold a public hearing and then ultimately make a determination on the PUD. When this was, the local law that was created for this PUD, because there was a list of underlying uses, this being one of them, that are acceptable there, but not knowing all what might come forward. They required in that, anytime any specific portion of the PUD get developed, that it come back to the town board for approval with the planning board's review and recommendation. Most PUDs are not like that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
confusing.
this one's a little different.
It's very confusing,
Yeah.
but I'll trust you.
And they did go to in front of the town board at their last meeting.
Okay,
Yes.
They declared lead agency and forwarded it to us.
okay.
So we get to do all the hard work.
That's
Okay,
right.
good.
And I
So,
think,
yes.
I think town board likes that.
I think they do too. Okay, so questions I had, first of all, where is fire hydrants near the site? Is there gonna be sprinklers or
The building is fully sprinkled.
fully sprinkler?
Yeah.
Okay,
The 13 is, you can go 13 or 13R. Most apartment complexes would go 13R. We like to go with 13 just because insurance is so outrageous when you go with 13R. From the long-term benefit wise, it keeps the cost down. Because 13R is more like a plastic versus 13, which is a steel pipe for the sprinkler system.
Does that include the attic?
It may. If it does, it would be a wet system. Be a dry system up there. Because usually the attic itself is not insulated other than the kind of the ceiling of that top floor.
Our fire departments, just so you know, have made that kind of a request.
Yeah, it definitely, most likely will have some type of sprinkler system in there. And depending on the depth of our floor joists, in some cases, we have to turn our heads up into that area as well, into the space below it. So even in that space where the floor joist is, they may have sprinklers too, but that's for the engineers to figure out, hopefully.
And as approved, so it will have sprinklers in the attic.
It will have something, that's for sure.
is there gonna be a basement?
No basement.
No.
No.
Is there gonna be storage for the tenants?
There are storage, well, the units themselves have plenty of room inside of it, but there will be some areas where there will be small areas of storage for like bikes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
People are gonna wanna have storage for things like that.
Yeah,
Waste.
we don't, we traditionally don't do it a lot, just because it's very costly on a per square foot basis, and these projects are not the easiest ones to financially make work, to say the least.
Okay. Well, I like the look of your rendering. But that's all I had at this point.
When you say rendering, check about
No, the one.
the
before-
elevations.
Yeah, the
Building elevations.
elevations right there.
You good, Zach?
I'm all set for tonight. I look forward to your next time here.
Thank you.
The new plan with the building attached to it, did that change parking at all?
It changed the parking lot, yes. Yeah,
The number of spots? Because what you had was right on line with what was what we require in residential multifamily.
that's,
One and two bedroom are 2 spots, 3 bedroom are 3 spots.
that's correct. That is
You had
correct.
148 and
When I went to this plan right here, I reduced it down to the 1.5, where it was before, it was around 2 spaces, a little over 2 spaces per unit.
so now you're short of what we require in our,
Yes, based on the code, local codes, that's correct.
I'm not sure we would want to. I know we can, but I'm not sure we want to reduce the number of parking spots that we would typically require.
Yeah.
In an apartment building, because you moved the building attached to it.
Yeah, but again, traditionally on the, at least from our projects that we've done in New England and down in Virginia, that area, as well as New York, we've gotten 1.5 is usually the ratio that we've gone through and had worked in our projects very well. I think in this project right here, we can always look at having an area set aside to accommodate that differential if need be, meaning a grass area that could be built out in the future. Kind of a land bank.
Well, that will definitely be a discussion point as we move forward from my perspective.
Understood.
You guys understand what I'm saying? Tom, planning board. So we would require 148 spots. How many are there now?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's probably 1.5 times the 68.
That would be quite a few less than what we would typically require. And we require that based on studies, right, Mark? Our parking spots that we require is based on studies and what works with unit sizes.
Yeah.
I can tell you, 1 and 2 bedroom require 2 each. And 3 bedroom require 3 each.
It's not a code that I, personally, that kind of configuration of number of spaces, I've never seen that in any states that I've done, or cities or towns that I've done it in. I know like in Hartford, I can do 0 parking spaces if I want.
Welcome to Cicero.
I know. But that is, so, and again, a lot of the towns and cities are moving towards, a lesser spaces, more from, environmental wise, less asphalt, less, heat surfaces that come out of this. So that's part of the drive, but our drive has been more, what is reality? What we're seeing is in that range. So, but
Yeah, and with,
we'll go through it all with.
yeah, and with PUD, we have some flexibility, so we would want some
Understood.
statistics. I agree with the environmental part of it, and less asphalt is good, but
Yeah.
we also want the residents to have places to put their vehicles.
Totally.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we don't want them parking on the street, that's for sure.
So the building before moving the clubhouse was 380 feet.
Yes.
Now it's longer.
It's slightly longer.
It's
Yeah.
big.
It is big. That's kind of why, when we looked at the elevations, we have to, one, step the building back and forth, break it up, so it doesn't appear to be a very large building. It's just that, unfortunately, the configuration of the property itself, it doesn't lend itself for multiple ones because of that and circulation parking.
Have you looked at our design standards?
I have gone through them. My architects have gone through them. Obviously, your preference, more sloped roofs, we had to go with some flat in this design here because of mechanical systems, to house them. But we're kind of looking at redesigning the mechanical system to get away from that.
Are there offsets on the facade?
Yes.
All right. I couldn't see that on the layout.
It's not massive, meaning it doesn't jot out 10 feet and come back 10 feet. It's like, a couple feet here or there type thing.
Yeah, they talk about every 60 feet, incorporate a 2-foot
Yeah.
depth change.
I think we did more than just every 60, but,
Good. And then there's landscaping design standards and that kind of thing.
absolutely.
That's all I have for now, Steve.
Are there gonna be any vehicle charging stations in the parking lot?
Good question.
It's, one, does the local code require, that's one. Second is, when the state comes out with their updated QAP, that'll tell us really
Okay.
if we need it, because we have to go through a whole sustainability study for the project, and part of that is those type of things, from solar to EV chargers, et cetera.
Relative to fire safety, the fire department has brought up recently too about lithium ion batteries, a lot of e-bikes in that and in apartment use, and
Yeah.
the folks can have them. And I know down in New York City, there's special rooms they keep them in, so people don't have them in their apartments and things like that. So I don't know if that's something that you've looked at, for both them to store bikes, if that's the case, that they're fire resistant construction, that type of thing.
Truthfully, I've never thought of that.
Mhm.
Mention it, it is such a big issue now with a lot of kids getting e-bikes.
There's been thermal runaway, and the fire department's getting more and more calls for hoverboards, e-bikes, something charging with the wrong charger, and it just, there's fires. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll look into that.
Great point.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yep. Mark?
Nothing at this time. Detailed plans. Submitted to the
Full review.
concept goes and we're happy with the general layout.
And that, you also provided a traffic study.
Yeah, they did an initial one, because it was an overall one done for the entire complex. So really it falls very shy of, meeting the max because of the, size of the complex. The PUD itself is very large land-wise. So they're anticipating a lot more after us that really would generate more traffic.
And the state will get involved in with that review.
Oh, usually they do.
All right, unless you have anything else, we are good for now.
I don't.
So at this point, we'll have them submit their site plan application based on some of the recommendations that were
Yes.
discussed today.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I ask one more thing?
Yeah.
The sidewalks?
Yep.
It's gonna be on the library side.
Yes.
If there's anything, is there any sidewalks that go all the way up to the Twin Rings?
Up to
There,
things.
there aren't presently,
No.
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 And they incorporated, well, Mark can just,
Yeah.
we had this discussion early on, so he had a reason why he put it across Reese Let him explain.
Yeah, I put it on the other side of the street, the sidewalk, basically not on our side, because if I put it on our side, it then gets into wetlands and wetland buffer areas, which that will just, slow down the project tremendously. And put it on this side, it connects up to the other development on the other side. So I think it'll get more use at the end of the day.
I think people would go up because there's a gym up there, right?
Well, that's way down.
That's way down. Yeah.
They're going to work out.
Yeah.
They'll walk it.
Yeah.
They'll run there.
So, yeah.
All right, that's all. Thanks.
Any questions or comments from the team? We have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Meeting is adjourned. Good night, everybody.